Now let's add the exponential height fog. So in the visual effects, you have the exponential height fog icon. And let's put it in the scene. Now it's barely visible, so let's increase this fog density to, let's say, 3. And now we have a really thick fog that occludes a lot of our stuff. And of course, you can play with these options to create any effect you want. So this kind of exponential height fog usually works for the creating like the mood of like a mist or something like that you want in your game or your cinematic. And there is few important options here. So first, it's a start distance. Let's increase this to, let's say, 100. And we can see that now the fog starts a bit later. So if we have, let's say, 5 fog density, and let's say put this to 0, it might be too thick. So maybe you want it to not start right away. So you want this character to be more clearer. We can increase the start distance to, let's say 200. And now we can have this type of effect where it only starts fogging like 200 points from us. So that's one important effect. Let's put this to 3. And another really important thing here is if you go down, you have this volumetric fog. So let's enable this. And now you can see the difference, disabled and enabled. It gives you this effect with lights of kind of creating these light cones with sphere lights, and you can also create some effects with normal spotlights. So if we increase or decrease the scattering distribution, you can see that if we increase scattering distribution to max, the spotlight doesn't cast too much of the light, the volumetric light, but our lights do. So you can choose whatever fits you, whatever mood you want or need for your cinematic or a game. And another important thing is this, maybe if you don't want at some distance for this effect to work, you can also disable it. As you can see now, we can see it. And if we increase this, we can. So let's put it to 6000. That is, it was before. So this volumetric or exponential height fog is really strong and important, and most games and projects use it. Of course, in much less of a capacity. So if we decrease fog density to, let's say, 0.3, this is something a bit more reasonable where the fog starts appearing at a bit of a distance instead of right away, like we are in a misty area or something like that. And that is most of the options that are important for this fog. So always remember to enable a volumetric fog in most projects right now. You will be using this, so always remember to enable this and play with the settings to get the right effect for your project.